Hello and welcome to Rock Paper Hadouken.
This week we're getting in touch with our inner child with Telltale's LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. This is a follow-up to 2008's LEGO Batman, which saw a departure from the usual formula of building movie plot lines into pixels, and this one is no different.
The Cape Crusader is back as usual, joined by Robin, but this time along with a whole host of DC characters to float your Batboat.
Justice Leaguers.
Calling all Justice Leaguers. Calling all Justice Leaguers. Calling all Justice Leaguers. Calling all Justice Leaguers.
And for the purposes of this review, we're going to imagine Val Kilmer's Batman as our main character, because he was the best. Go away, Christian Bale.
You too, George Clooney. And your nipples.
Along with adding a selection of DC characters for you to play with, this is also the first game to introduce voice acting into the mix of batarangs and slapstick.
You like pies, Batman? Because I think they're going to like you!
We were more apprehensive about this than Krypto in a kryptonite-powered Korean kitchen.
But we have to admit, Telltale Games have really pulled it off. Not only do the voices take nothing away from the comedy that we're used to, but they actually add to it.
You like dodgems, Batman? Because... forget it.
With their newfound voices, the inhabitants of Gotham City bring much more complex and interesting stories to the table. From plots to become the new president, to a rather clever plan to find out where the ever-elusive Batcave is using fake kryptonite, you can tell there is a lot of meaty plot goodness in this game sandwich.
And, if you can't tell by now, we've always had a soft spot for LEGO games. Partly because of the huge amount of content and the funny gameplay, but also because we've never really grown up, and LEGO makes us feel 12 again.
The main storyline revolves around the genius pairing of the Joker and Lex Luthor, and their diabolical plans not only to make Lex the next president, but also for Joker to put an end to Batman once and for all, using not only the Joker's cunning and jokes, but a tech injection from LexCorp.
And to be specific in regards to a tech injection, LexCorp have developed a kryptonite-powered laser that deconstructs black shiny things.
Ooh, I've always wanted one of those.
This is demonstrated excellently for us in one part of the game, when Lex deconstructs the Batmobile of all things. Eventually, following 12 levels of black block destruction, Robin rebuilds it and paints it in a rather tasteful palette of green, yellow and red.
While Joker and Lex have the resources of LexCorp at their disposal, the dynamic duo have the Justice League and their many members to fall back on. One of which joins the action fairly early on in the form of the Man of Steel himself, and wow, is he smug about it.
The only thing that rivals his epic levels of smugness is his epic levels of super. This guy has laser vision, x-ray vision, frost breath, wind breath, he can fly, and to top it off, he's invincible as well. Now bearing in mind that you get to use him throughout most of the campaign from fairly early on, this makes him fun for precisely 10 minutes, before you realise that he's overpowered.
And smug.
The additional characters on offer are both a joy and a chore in this game.
If you make yourself more than just a man, you become a Superman. No, that's not right. A legend. Yes, a legend.
As with the DC Universe itself, there are big players and team fillers. While you're likely to get that wide-eyed, excited feel the first time you get to build a giant cannon with the fastest human alive, you're likely to be less impressed with the likes of Man-Bat and Hawkgirl.
And oh, how excited we were when we unlocked Aquaman.
In previous LEGO games, each character felt as if they had a specific purpose and were worth collecting, so you can unlock that thing to unlock another thing. This time round, certain characters have more abilities, which means less reasons to select other, less equipped spandex-wearing superhumans. This is perfectly demonstrated with Super Smugman. With all his abilities, he instantly becomes 5 characters in one.
Balance does seem to be a constant issue for LEGO Batman 2. While some characters are left overpowered, some are left severely lacking in appeal. Green Lantern is certainly done no favours by Telltale Games. His one ability seems to be to construct green bricks. Seriously, that's it. A hero that can make anything he imagines. Provided he imagines green glowing blocks that are already there.
This is also the first LEGO game to experiment with an expansive overworld. However, trying to shoehorn in the vast landscape of Gotham City, it ends up feeling somewhat small and unimpressive. While having some clever design, Gotham City feels less exciting than a trip to the supermarket with your nan.
To add to the game's woes, the map and navigation system seems to be lacking the polish and innovation that Telltale games are famed for. Elsewhere, the game is simply broken. With frozen gameplay, missing elements from levels, and glitches popping up on nearly every other corner, you'll end up feeling more and more like Two-Face, loving it one minute, hating it the next.
Controlling flying characters and vehicles is somewhat similar to trying to wrestle an oiled-up donkey to the floor while wearing oven gloves.
The LEGO games have always struck a perfect balance between fun for all the family and adding some challenge for the adult gamer. LEGO Batman 2 misses the mark somewhat on the latter, which will leave seasoned gamers finding little to challenge them and any difficulty coming purely from the awful control scheme. While we did enjoy the story, and being able to finally run like the fastest man alive is simply heavenly, the small parts of the experience which try desperately to save the game are simply not enough.
And when that counter hit 100%, we could not hit eject fast enough. Holy disappointment and not worth £40, Batman!
We give this game 2 Batarangs out of 5.